I packed for a really special weekend just using carry-on bags, and the bags I chose made it so much easier and organized. When I keep things simple and pack light, it just works so much better for me. I want to show you the bags that I'm loving right now and what I packed in them and why this weekend was so special. I promise the emotional part of this weekend isn't just how much I love my luggage. So I do travel a lot. And I've become really enthusiastic about traveling as light as possible. I have ADHD, and the more stuff I have, the more overwhelming it can feel. I've just discovered that the lighter I travel, the more organized I am, the less stressed out I am. I don't consider myself a minimalist, but minimalist travel is something I'm working towards. Plus, there's just less weight to haul around, and I don't have to wait at the baggage carousel for bags. So I'm not going to make you wait till the end of this video to find out why this weekend was so special, because you'll hear me when I'm walking you through my bags talk about what happened. I was in Wisconsin for the weekend visiting my daughter. So she and her fiance are planning a wedding for next year, but they decided to make it legal this past Monday for health insurance reasons. If you're not from the US, I don't know if that seems like unusual to you or not, but in the US, it's not unheard of for people to hurry up and get legally married so that one partner can get on the other person's health insurance. And that was the case here. My now son-in-law's insurance is so much better, and they're expecting a baby, and they're actually going to save thousands of dollars by being married for the rest of the pregnancy. So I went to Wisconsin for the courthouse wedding of my daughter. It was very small and very sweet. It was just me and my son-in-law's parents, and the bride and the groom and the judge. I'm so glad I was there. Plus, I made a little bouquet for her and a boutonniere for him. Fun fact about me, in 2020, when we were all locked down in our houses, I trained online as a florist. I've done the flowers for both of my stepdaughters' weddings. It was really special for me to be able to make a little bouquet and boutonniere for this courthouse wedding. I bought a dress for myself a couple days before this wedding because I realized that most of the dresses in my closet that fit me right now are black, and I didn't want to wear black. I almost bought this dress from Madewell. It was on sale. It was originally like $100 and something, and it was on sale for $40. And I did one of those buy it online, pick it up in the store things because I wanted to try it on. And I'm so glad I did, because when I got to the store and tried it on, I didn't like how it fit on my body. I'm either pear-shaped or hourglass-shaped, I don't know, but I have curves. And my proportionately thicker thighs and hips were just too tight in this dress. But I found another dress there while I was at the store that was also on sale for $40 that fit my body better. So this is the dress that I wore to the wedding. So I'm home now. I got home last night. The two bags that I brought with me were the Monos carry-on and the Nomad Lane brand Bento Bag, which I've talked about in a different video that I'll link in the description. This video is not sponsored. These are just two bags that I own, that I bought with my own money, and that I really love. I'll link to these bags in the description if you want to know more about them, but at the time that I'm filming this video, they're not affiliate links. Nomad Lane and Monos, if you want to reach out to me, I love your stuff. I have a major crush on both of these companies right now because they are just making my travel more organized and stress-free. I used the Bento Bag for the first time last month during my trip to Ireland. I'll link to a packing video I made with it in the description. And the Monos carry-on, look how easily it rolls, even on carpet. Plus, it's just adorable. Okay, anyway, I'm going to start with the Monos carry-on suitcase. So this is my Monos suitcase, and I've packed it to go home. So what you're looking at here, let me turn this, is my packing cube of clothes, and I compressed it this time because not all the clothes were in it. Some of them have been now moved to this laundry bag. Before, this took up a lot more space and the laundry bag was folded. The clothes in this big packing cube are the dress I wore to the wedding, a pair of black leggings, this wide pair of cropped pants, a couple of t-shirts, and that's it. And then, of course, there are the clothes that I traveled in, which was a t-shirt, a really light hoodie, and a pair of joggers and white sneakers. This is another packing cube that's got my workout clothes and my bathing suit. And then this warm cube has my underwear, not bathing suit, underwear, sports bra, socks. This cover goes over it and the compression straps press it down, which I don't really need for this trip because I didn't pack that much, but I'll show you what it looks like after it's compressed down. Here is that side of the suitcase with the compression straps pulled down tight. You can see if I really wanted to, I could fit more clothes on top. Like if it were not summer and I needed to pack a jacket or something, I could lay a jacket over there, but I don't need to this trip. On the other side of the suitcase, we've got my CPAP, which takes up, as you can see, 2/3 of this side of the suitcase. This is the tubing and the electrical wire. I could squish that down smaller, but I didn't really need to this trip. This part of the machine, I have been really thinking long and hard about investing in a travel-sized CPAP, which takes up 1/3 of the space this way and 1/2 of the space this way. So in other words, you could fit 6 of those travel machines into the space that this one is taking up. However, my insurance doesn't cover it, so it'd be an out-of-pocket expense, and it's not cheap. So I'm really thinking long and hard about that. It would give me the freedom to travel with even less baggage. I could probably even get away with traveling with just a personal item and not a carry-on and a personal item. So that's very appealing to me, but for now, this is my CPAP. This is one sandal, and this is another sandal. I put them in shoe bags that came with the Monos bag. This is my flat iron, my hair iron, and then I tucked a hairbrush over here. And that is it for the Monos. This has a zippered pouch that flips over, and I did not put anything in there, although that is where the laundry bag was on my way over. So it carries like a tote bag, but it opens like a suitcase, which really makes all the difference. One of the things that keeps me so organized with the Bento Bag are these corner pockets. They zip down and hold little pouches that come with the bag. This one I've got my tech in. This one I've got my liquids in. I have pre-check, so I don't actually have to take out a liquids bag, but I've just gotten in the habit of doing that anyway, because sometimes I'm traveling not in this country, and no matter what, everybody's taking their liquids out. So I'm just kind of in the habit of packing my liquids separately, and it's not a big deal. It just means when I get to wherever I'm going, I bring my toiletry bag and my liquids bag into the bathroom. So these pockets make it really easy on the plane. Like if we're on the plane and this is under the seat in front of me, and I just unzip this and pull it out, and I can grab my phone charger or the charger for my headphones or earpods or whatever. If you're new here, hi, I'm Bobby. I'm a therapist and an artist, and I am documenting my GLP-1 weight loss journey here on YouTube. My husband and I are empty nest, and we travel pretty frequently. Today I'm talking more about the travel part and less about the GLP-1 part. Here is the side of the Bento Bag where you've got these pockets that are taking up some space. These are the ones that give you that access from the top. So there's my tech bag in here and my liquids bag in here. And a lot of people will say, oh, it only leaves you this room. But I haven't found that to be the case. Like I've got my meds packed under there. They're flat. There's not a ton of room, but still I tucked them under there. And I don't need to put anything under there right now because I'm traveling pretty light this weekend. But if I wanted to, I've tucked, folded up clothes under there. And then this is the bag of all my floral supplies because I made a bouquet and boutonniere for my daughter's wedding. And so I brought, my supplies. I had to not bring my shears or my floral knife, but that was fine. I just used some scissors and knives that they had. And then this, when I came over here, had a gift for them. And obviously I gave that to them. So that spot is I'm just going to leave it empty. And then this zips up with this mesh. And that's that side. Over on this side, we've got the laptop pocket. And I put the charger here and a laptop there. And then when you flip that over, you've got all this space in here. I'll show you how big it is. I could have fit so much more in here, but, it's just a little quick 2-night trip. So this I will show you, it travels flat, but it bends into the shape of a phone stand in a lot of different ways. It's really handy on an airplane, so you can watch your phone upright. And then there's an extra protein bar that I'll probably eat on the way home. This is my toiletry bag. And I even had room for some bulky over-ear noise-canceling headphones. Usually I don't have room for those, and I wear my AirPods that are noise-canceling, and that works just fine. But since I had the space, I put these in there. If I had one of those tiny CPAP machines, I probably could have traveled without this, put my CPAP here, fit my clothes in here, because see, there's so much more room, and, look at all the space that I'm not using. I could have fit my hair iron and everything, I think, into the bento bag for a weekend trip. So it's that darn CPAP machine that is cramping my style. Another reason I love the bento bag is that it's got this water bottle pocket with the stretchy mesh, so that when I am traveling with a water bottle, which is always, I can have a place for it. When I slide this under the seat in front of me, I take this out and I put it in the seat back. I zip this up. I have easy access to my chargers. I have easy top access here to that big compartment where my snacks and my headphones and my phone stand are. So it's just really easy to access things and to stay organized. The bento bag also has this luggage pass-through, so you can slide it over your trolley handle of your suitcase. And it has a shoulder strap, which is detachable. It's not on there right now because I don't need it, but I used it yesterday when I brought just this bag over to my daughter's house from my hotel room to get ready for the wedding. And I don't want to forget, one of my favorite features is the little hidden secret pocket. It's the perfect size for your phone, which I can't put in there because I'm filming with my phone right now, but it's also the perfect place for your passport. And I find that I can fit both my passport and my phone in here, which makes it really convenient when traveling. Then the last thing I'll show you is there is a front pocket here that zips. And it's flat, so it doesn't hold a lot, but it has a stretchy key leash. And I have ADHD. I get home from vacation and I have no idea where my keys are. I haven't been thinking about home or my car or my house. And so it's really handy to know that my keys are waiting for me in this pocket. You know how you can only board with 2 items, and I've got this little purse or crossbody bag that I'm wearing in the airport. And so before I board, I've got enough space in here that I just open up one of the zippers and just cram it in. And then honestly, once I'm on the plane, I usually just take it right out. Pro tip for rolling these bags onto the plane: when you've got the bento bag on top of a suitcase, make sure the leather handles are folded in, because I was boarding one flight and a handle was folded out and it was knocking against the arms of people in the aisle as I walked down the aisle. And so I flipped it in really quickly. So make sure you do that. This is editing Bobby, and I forgot to film an outro. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, or if you just like packing videos, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I just hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday. Honestly, I am blown away. Thank you, everyone, for following me and supporting me on this journey. I love the community we're building here. I'll be back next week with my weekly weigh-in and a 6-month GLP-1 weight loss review. Can't believe it's been 6 months. I'll see you next week. Bye.